Channel M Health in association with iloveme.org.uk.
This week is Alcohol Awareness Week, so we asked one brave volunteer to keep a drink diary for us. And Chris Hume joins me now with Alison Rodriguez, who's a senior nurse for the community alcohol team. Many thanks for joining us. Alison, let's start off and put this into context. How many units are we supposed to have per week?
OK, so I think there's, one thing is that it's not that you're supposed to, it's not that it's a target everybody's aiming for. But what the Department of Health recommend is that for women, 2 to 3 units per day is a low risk level, and that for men, 3 to 4 units per day is a low risk level. And they talk about daily benchmarks rather than weekly benchmarks. Historically, they used to say 14 units for a woman and 21 for a man. But then people would say, well, I've only had 14 units this week. I just happen to have them all on Friday night. And with itself, that brings, you know, lots of difficulties
and
for some
just
people.
to clarify, a unit. What is a unit of alcohol?
Well, the whole issue of units is extraordinarily difficult for people to comprehend. A unit of alcohol is 8 grams or 10 mils of alcohol, but how many units are in a drink will depend on the strength and the size of the drink.
Right.
And when we look at your drink diary, you've put down some of the units, but in fact, I'm not sure what percentage that the drinks were that you were drinking, and quite often drinks are stronger than you realise. For example, wines quite often are 12, 13, 14%. So, for example, a 250 ml glass of wine, which is big but not that big, there'll be 3 units in that glass.
Really? So one glass of wine possibly could be 3 units?
It could be. That could be it for a woman for a day. Yeah.
Chris, let's bring you in here. What did you find out by keeping a drinks diary for us?
That I didn't understand the unit system in the first place. It's the first time I've thought about it. And also that it's kind of all or nothing with me. I'll have quite a lot to drink or nothing at all.
So binge drinking, Alison, is that what that's called?
So, again, binge drinking, the government now would define a binge as if a woman or a man is drinking twice their recommended or the lower risk levels. So for a woman, anything, you know, twice more than 2 to 3, or for a man, twice more than 3 to 4, is classified now as a binge.
Right, OK. So let's have a look at Chris's. If you could just talk us through it and make it sort of quite basic for us. So
on a Saturday night, you were out at a black dinner Thai party, and you had some glasses of wine, largely a small glass at reception, a large glass with the starter, and then a couple more glasses through the night. And your estimation of the units, you were about 1 unit under in each estimation, which for one glass doesn't make that much difference, but over the week it actually made quite a significant difference.
So let's just summarise then for Chris's whole week. How many units did he actually have?
59.5 units.
And is that a normal week for you, or was it extraordinary in that you were going to parties? You were at a black tie, do I presume you don't do that every week?
No, I mean, it did include a wedding as well, where I was the best man, and those things go on for a long time.
There you go then, sir. And what are the problems with, if Chris was continuing to have 59 units a week, what problems health-wise is he going to incur?
So people who are drinking about that level, then we know that that falls into a category of people who are drinking at increased and higher risk. And we know that kind of health-related problems for that are things like higher blood pressure, much more chance of having a stroke. People tend to have problems with their mental health as well as their physical health. So there can be a range of health-related problems, really. Increased risk of cancers, particularly mouth and throat. For women, breast cancers, and of course for everybody, liver cancers. So there are a range of health-related problems, and there are social-related harms as well. We know that people are much more likely to make decisions that might not be particularly great decisions, drive after they've been drinking, family arguments, that kind of thing. So a whole range of problems.
Chris, very quickly, has it shocked you?
Yes, a little bit.
And so?
I have to take more care.
Really? And will you? Will you honestly?
Yes, I think so. I mean, most people today, professional people, are careful what they drink anyway.
OK, well, thank you very much. We do appreciate you being a little guinea pig for us. Many thanks.